Hey there, Josh Lavin here again, and today we're going to talk about another important exercise for overall strength development, but primarily the lower body. That's going to be the deadlift. Like I said, the deadlift does involve mostly lower body muscles primarily, but it does pull in secondary muscles such as all the legs, the lower back, the core, even the upper back too, all the way up to your traps. This is a pulling movement, so it's going to build a lot of strength and a lot of power if you do it right. So that's what we're going to show you how to do today. All right, so again, we're starting with the Olympic bar. We start with the Olympic bar for most of our exercises. And I like to start, if possible, if you're strong enough, to start with a minimum of using the 25 pounders on each side. So, because we want a little bit of distance between bar and ground. It makes it a whole lot easier to pull. All right, so, but if you can't, just do your best. You go down to the 10s if you need to, on each side. All right, so a couple of tips for proper and safe deadlifting. First of all, my stance when I deadlift is a little bit narrower than I would do a normal squat. And that is because when I pull, I actually want my grip to be on the outside of my legs. So I have my legs a little bit narrower than I would normally for most stances. Now there are variations in squats where you can do wide-legged deadlifts, but for our purposes, I'm just going to do the standard method of deadlift. For your grip, I recommend going, again, if you've watched my previous videos, there's usually notches in these Olympic bars, and I use those as guides for hand placement. For the deadlift, I'm actually going to place my hands inside the notch that's kind of in the middle of the bar here. So it'll be to the inside of those, and that's where my grips will start. Also too, I'm using the reverse grip method, where I have one hand facing down and one hand facing up like this. And what that does is it kind of creates a locking system to where it's easier for me to keep the bar locked when I'm going very heavy. Once you get to a certain point though, you may have to incorporate some other things like straps, because when you get over 300 or 400 pounds, a lot of people's grips kind of fail at that point, but we'll get to that at some point. We're just getting into basics now right now. So like I said, my feet are going to be about right here. I would say just a normal a stance for when you're normally standing. But not too wide and not too narrow, because I want to be able to get my hands to the outside of my legs like this. So the grip is going to go right here. And that's going to kind of be our starting position. To actually start though, you want to drop your butt down, lift your head up so it's looking straight, and that's where you start your pull. You want to initiate the pull off the ground with your legs, never with your back, lower back, or upper back. It's got to come all through your legs, okay? All the drive and all the power is coming through the legs. Now these other muscles, back and stuff, will get incorporated into that, but we want the legs to be doing the majority of the work here. So you're going to drive through your legs, and what you're essentially going to do while holding the bar is you're going to stand up. Till you're fully standing, the bar will be across your mid-thigh here, and you want to make sure you get all the way to a standing position. And then some people actually rock back a little bit too. They like to do that because it pulls in more lower back muscles. That's going to be up to you. On your way down, you're just going to reverse that movement. You're going to start from the lower or the mid-thigh, and slowly just start reversing, kind of squatting down until the bar comes back to the floor. Okay? So that's going to be our movement. Breathing is very important on these exercises. You want your exhale to be on the strenuous part, or the up. and you want your inhale to be on the way down when you're lowering the bar. And breathing is going to be very important, especially when you start getting heavier, because it's going to help you get your reps, and it's going to keep you from actually passing out, because that's actually a potential risk for the deadlift when you start getting really, really heavy. But our goal is not to try to do that at this point. We're just getting the fundamentals. So breathing is important. All right, enough talking here. Let me actually show you how this looks when you do the exercise here. Okay, so once you get that bar going, pull it all the way up. This is not an exercise where we're trying to isolate and get pumps or anything like that. We just want to get that bar up. So no playing around with it. Get it up, put it back down. And with the deadlift, you can actually return the bar to the floor for each rep, okay? And make sure you're keeping a good speed, not going too slow, not going too fast. And I think you'll be all right. I also suggest that once you start getting a little heavier, that you actually incorporate a lifting belt too, because that will be helpful for your safety. So there you go, the deadlift.